welcome in the demo. Let's play with the authentication cookie. As you can see in the upper right corner, you see my name, David. You see that I am really logged in because you see my profile. What I'm going to show you right now is, again, I'm going to show you my cookie with session ID. So let me go to Cookies Manager, and yeah, here it is. The name of the cookie is PHP ID. You see some random value out there. It's random, it's long, it's good. The host is example.com, but let's take a look at this stuff. Send for any type of connection. This is really cool for hackers because it basically means that this cookie can be sent over insecure HTTP or secure HTTPS. So this is a clear message for me, for tester, for hacker, that this cookie has been set without secure attribute. And now I'm going to show you that indeed this cookie can be disclosed over insecure HTTP. Okay, so far so good. Let me now do something like this. I'm gonna intercept the outgoing request from my browser. I'm going to send the request over HTTP, and I'm gonna intercept this request, and I'm gonna show you that this cookie with session ID can be disclosed over insecure HTTP request, right? Okay, so in order to do it, I need a kind of interceptor. And what I've got in my testing environment is a proxy with interceptor, actually. So I'm using here Burp Suite, which is an integrated tool for web app security testing. One of the functionalities out there in this tool is a proxy, and in this proxy you have an interceptor so that you can really intercept the outgoing traffic, from the browser. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna send the request over HTTP, and I'm gonna just intercept this request. Okay, so let me now go to my web application. Let me go to web application, and now you see that, well, my web application is protected by HTTPS. HTTPS is secure, it guarantees confidentiality, integrity, and authentication, but I'm going to send the request over HTTP, over insecure protocol, right? HTTP is insecure, this is just plain text, and now I'm gonna, send out this request, and you will see how this request looks like in the proxy. So in the real attack scenario, I'm going to send a link over HTTP to victim. The victim is going to click the link, and the attacker, the so-called man in the middle, can see the traffic sent in the plain text because HTTP is plain text, right? So let me now do it. Let me hit enter. And this is my request. As you can see, there's a request goes over insecure HTTP to domain example.com. And what is crucial in this demo is that the cookie with session ID has been appended to this request. So what we've got here is a disclosure of cookie with session ID over insecure HTTP. Voila, the game over. Now the man in the middle can get access to my account, right? Beautiful. And now let me show you something even more interesting. And maybe it will be a kind of eye-opener for you. Because I told you that this kind of attack works in the web application protected by secure HTTPS. And indeed, you saw that my web application is protected by secure HTTPS. But let me now take this request, click right, and send to repeater. I want to show you something. I want to have on one screen the request and response, right? And I'm gonna send this request again. So let me click go. Now there is something very interesting. Please take a look. On the left side, we've got the request. The request, as you already know, goes over insecure HTTP, and our cookie has been disclosed, right? Over insecure HTTP, but the response is very interesting. In the response, you see something like this here. 301 moved permanently, and the location is here. The location is HTTPS example.com/profile.php. So the web application is trying to redirect you to secure HTTPS protected version of profile.php, right? So you see that indeed HTTPS is enforced in this web application, right? Every single attempt to reach a given resource via HTTP results in HTTPS redirection, right? Or redirection to HTTPS protected resource. But be really careful here. The leakage of cookie with session ID happens before the redirection. This is beautiful. So even if you've got this redirection, you see the response, you are redirected to secure HTTPS protected page profile.php. This is good that you've got this HTTPS enforcement, but the leakage happened before the redirection. That's why enforcing HTTPS or having HTTPS protected a web page is not enough. You here clearly see that when you don't process the cookie securely, then the leakage happens before the redirection and the game is over. I believe that this is clear for you. This is really an eye-opener for many people because people think that HTTPS solves all problems. Not necessarily. Here you see an interesting attack scenario that can happen in HTTPS protected web page. So I believe this is clear. I believe that now you can check if this kind of problem can happen in your own web application or in the web application that you are testing. So let's finish this demo and let's jump to another bug, the bug number 5 on our list.